Welcome, everybody, and thanks for getting up with us on ESPN. I'm Greeny, that's Beetle, that's Jalen.
What up, Joe?
Bradley Chubb in studio in this hour.
He got up early.
Top 5 or 6 pick. Well, you got to get business done. Your guy Zlatan was on Kimmel last night.
Everyone knows he's a star, except for y'all.
It was your interview. Your Barbara Walters got him on Kimmel. Good job.
And your guy Gary Payton is going to be here a little bit
glove.
later today. Teach us about trash talking and all that kind of stuff. Talking about the NBA playoffs, which is where we begin. Our top story yesterday, the 6th seed New Orleans Pelicans are in awfully good shape. They're up 2-0 and haven't played a home game yet in their series with the Blazers. They win it last night in Game 2, 111-102. Pelicans got huge contributions, and let's give credit where it's due. Jalen has been telling us for a while, Drew Holiday, no one talks about him, but he had a playoff career-high 33 points. Playoff Rajon Rondo, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. So another huge road win for the Pelicans. Again, up 2-0 now on the Blazers, headed home. So, Jalen, again, props to you. You were talking about Drew Holiday. He's playing great. Obviously, they have Anthony Davis. This is a team that no one pays any attention to, should we be?
Pay attention to the Pelicans, and for the Golden State Warriors, who they're going to see in the next round, I hope Steph Curry is healthy, because this backcourt is legitimate. You mentioned playoff Rajon Rondo, a complete player, can compete on the defensive end, takes the ball out of Holiday's hands. So now he's freed up, Greeny and Beats, to play defense on Damian Lillard, to score, to play in pick-and-roll situations on offense. He's a terrific athlete, can finish over the top. Of course, we know Anthony Davis has your 3 letters.
Yeah, MVP.
But he is another guy that people are going to start talking about, because these playoffs are going to be his coming out party.
Look, I'm not taking one thing away from the Pelicans, but what is happening with the Trailblazers? You go from last year barely squeaking in, this year having home court advantage, Lillard with 7 turnovers. You're 2-19 when you're trailing 2-0, and now you got to go to New Orleans. Like, this is what
happens.
This a sweep situation?
We'll show you something that my coaches wanted me to do forever: get in the defensive stance. Rajon Rondo and Drew Holiday are locking up Dame Lillard and C.J. McCollum. They are their
Are you
best
surprised?
players.
Because with Nurkic this time around, I think everyone had much higher expectations. We even at the end of the season, we were like, could this Portland team make a bit of a run? And now here we are.
Nurkic is a good player, not an all-star level player, not an all-NBA player, and he has to go against Anthony Davis, who's a
MVP.
All
right, let's get up and go. Take you all around the entire world of sports here. It's presented by Shell Pennzoil, and we will catch you up on absolutely everything that you need to know in the East.
Bang, bang.
It's the Celtics who have a 2-0 lead, and it was Jalen Brown getting it done with 30 points. He's the youngest Celtic to score 30 in a playoff game since Tommy Heinsohn.
Well, that's a bit ago, isn't it?
Who had held that record since 1957. He's not so young now. Beetle, how about the Celtics?
I feel like every prediction, I thought this was going to be a better series so far, and it's shaping up to be, I don't know, we'll see what happens when they get back home. The Bucks maybe do something, but
no surprises here, and an interesting parallel that I'm going to make between the Pelicans series and the Bucks series.
And there's a little trash talk going on in this series. Terry Rozier, another strong game, 23 points and 8 assists. Now, after Game 1, he accidentally called the Bucks Eric Bledsoe Drew Bledsoe. Maybe that was still on Bledsoe's mind when he was asked about Rozier's performance in Game 2.
Terry Rozier's gotten off to a strong start to the series. No turnovers in 78 minutes. How personally do you take that matchup?
Who?
Terry Rozier.
I don't even know who that is.
well, he's the gentleman who owns your hiney on the court. So maybe you should know who he is.
He's the guy who did that in what should have been a game-winning shot in Game 1.
I know who that guy is.
The only thing I hate about this for Terry Rozier is that every time we show the sound of him calling Bledsoe Drew, he's got to be wearing that half sweater blazer. That's the only thing.
That's
the only thing.
Well, what's the trash talking etiquette on this thing? If this guy is destroying you, are you allowed to say I don't even know his name?
Well, as long as you have a mouth and a tongue and you're able to speak, you can talk trash.
He looks foolish.
All right, Raptors are also up 2-0. They scored 130 points against Washington last night. DeMar DeRozan had 37 of those. Kyle Lowry set his own postseason high with 12 assists. And I enjoy the interplay between the two in the post-game press conference. Listen to this.
It's not like I got to have the mindset to go out there and, I got to score 30, 40 points. I go out there and play aggressive.
Just had 37. What you mean?
I didn't go out there saying, let me score 30 tonight.
But
Like,
I'm saying you had 37. Don't say it like.
but I'm saying I didn't go out there
But
saying.
all I'm saying, you can't say that when you had 37.
Listen, what I'm trying to explain, though,
But
bro.
I'm saying, I understand what you said, but you had.
No, you don't. Let me finish. I didn't even.
Can I leave?
Like I said, I didn't go out there planning to score 37 points. I went out there to be aggressive, and with my aggressiveness came out 37 points. You know.
I mean, that's phenomenal, right? The eye roll alone was worth the price of admission.
I would watch that show. They do a show together, I'd watch it.
Should we read anything into that, though? We talk about the Raptors not being great in the playoffs. Now they seem so loose, they're joking around after games. Is that significant to you?
What's significant is the Toronto Raptors had the second best record in the entire NBA. But we wanted to see what they were going to do in the playoffs.
Well, we weren't wrong. I mean, that was based on history. It wasn't like we were
Correct.
just being mean.
Yes.
We had a reason for that.
And so far, it's just 2 games against this team, a Washington Wizards team that has been dysfunctional on some level all year long. And look at this, as Gortat and Wall are going at it, look at Bradley Beal.
Oh, no.
Jalen, what is Bradley Beal thinking there with the towel on his face?
That's an accurate portrait of the Wizards season. Those 2 guys in particular, when John Wall was out, Gortat was the main person fanning the flames, saying, "Oh, we played like a team."
We all get to eat. That was the thing.
Yes,